You're not dying if you're on chemo.
Hey, Mr. Freeman.
It strikes me that there's a lot of dead air. Just in general here. I mean, this is probably just more for editing me to contend with. But I gotta wonder how long, like, the end result of this is gonna be. The end thing is, because I'm debating cutting the last 2 trials into another part. The way through is blocked by poisonous gas. Find an immunity. Was it like the guy from The Princess Bride who drank ammonia until he had until he built up a tolerance for it? Salamander blood. Ah, I've done it. I've made a potion to give me immunity to that dangerous green gas. You can find the salamander blood on the shelf in this lab, but unfortunately I've used up all the other ingredients that were up here. There may be more in the storage room down the corridor. The key should be next to this note. The other 3 ingredients you need are graveworm mucus, teroi venom, and old honey water. Once you have these, add them to the vials of this machine and turn the wheel slowly to ease in the pressure. The purple potion tastes disgusting, but it does prevent that gas from a slow and painful death. What do I care if the gas dies? Is the grave worm the giant worm from Penumbra? Is that what it is? Or is that an actual thing? Or is it from something completely different? I don't like that you're closing the door behind me. Just... how long do you think I'm gonna be down here? You're giving me lots of oil. Oh no. Where is this man? Oh, he's there. You know what? I'm gonna leave that tinderbox. Leave. How do you still know where I am? Does he know? Are you gonna get through that door anytime soon, or... Oh my... What's going on, buddy? What's... Oh, is this door indestructible or something? What's happening? Hey, listen, I'll let you in. There you go. Are you kidding me? No, we're not doing doorway humping again. You're an idiot. Are we seriously doing the doorway humping again? Come on. I didn't even give you calamine lotion. I'm gonna toss a brick at you and see how you like it. Hello. Oh my god, why are you so stupid? I love you. Listen, I genuinely love you, but... There, think about what you've done. So oh my god, if that door suddenly becomes destructible now that he's on the other side of it, I'm gonna be very upset. Oh. Oh. Ugh. I guess the gas is... The potion is only semi-effective. Perhaps there's a way to clear the gas. Well, what did I do all this for, then? You're just gonna bait and switch me at the end like this? Come on. That's hardly a way to conduct yourself. Eh. That's an interesting use of gears. Do they, hang on, they also have, they have shadows. I love that. It's great. I love it. Mine. The origin of all disease. I have to wonder, as I haven't really been able to get to find a definitive answer to this, but are the four horsemen in European lore, are they like a response to the fall of the Western Roman Empire by people who primarily use horseback, like because the Huns were horse archer nomads? Is the idea of like the four horse... Someone was very angry with the store. Is the idea of the four horsemen of the apocalypse like riding through the countryside, killing everyone you see, afflicting them with famines and all manner of diseases? Is that somewhat of like an interpretation, or like a... Was that idea put in the in like the early Christian consciousness by the Huns? Come on. Ooh. These are some nice bodies. You have a nice collection. Wait, so are these guys' eyes gouged out? No, it's just the dark circles around the eyes. I have to wonder, where is that from? I don't mean like where conceptually the dark circles around the eyes is from. I mean, like, why does that happen? Why do dark circles form around dead or I suppose technically, somewhat dyeing people's eyes, as I know, that's like a side effect of chemotherapy, and well, you're not dying if you're on chemo.
Hey, Mr. Freeman.
Fuck you. Oh god, that's a dead end. But you're not dying when you're on chemo, but you are poisoning yourself pretty thoroughly. So I have to... But I just wonder what the biological mechanism behind that is, or if there's something that keeps... that sort of keeps the skin around the eye maintained, that just stops being there. So that was such a cheap. That was cheap. Where's that baby crying noise? I suppose, why is that baby crying noise? Well, I guess if it is Death's quarters, he's gonna be... You know what would be really funny? Is if after all of this, it just turns out that, like, the Horsemen of Death is just Death from Discworld. He means no harm. What? No. Come on. Arthur's note. After waiting for numerous hours within the hub room, I decided to explore the Death Quarter. If you are reading this, then you've probably learned for yourself that this was a bad decision. There are indescribable things in this area. Earlier, something ran at me from the darkness, and I was forced to run for my life. I kept running, and closing doors behind me. Eventually, I found a hatch in the floor. I opened it and descended to the floor below. Though it was a safe place, to my horror, I learned that I was in fact hidden amongst dead, rotten corpses. The first clue was the smell. Normally it would have been too much but in this instance, I had to endure it. The second clue was the soft, spongy floor on which I stood. Finally, I turned on a lantern, to my horror as the faces of the dead stared up at me. I was down there for about an hour when I decided to take my chances by returning to the upper level. When I emerged from the cellar, the area was empty and silent. I saw my opportunity and made my way through the rest of the corridor as quickly as possible. Now, I am resting in this raised alcove. It seems to be safer up here as I can watch for the creatures below should they appear. A few have walked past me, but I kept quiet until they passed. I have to keep moving for now. Arthur. Did you bring a human femur to snack on while you were up here? Okay, it's a roundabout. I don't like that when you give me that. That means I'm gonna have to run from something. Is there something in the alcove? So I'm going back there. Never mind, what purpose does the door have when why is it open one way? I fail to see the wisdom up here. I fail to see the wisdom here. There's gotta be someone missing here. Is there a key or something, or do I have to rest in the alcove? Is there something in all these skulls? I think I found something. What do I do about that? I can see what you have divined for me, the path that has been divined. But I cannot act upon it. Come on. I'm gonna run out of all the lantern oil they gave me. That's why they gave me all the lantern oil. I would need it. Do I am a genius. I'm not going to run through all the lantern oil they gave me. I'm not gonna knock that off its pedestal. I think that skull was there for a reason. I'm gonna knock the skull off its pedestal. Boop! Nothing. No reprisal. A lot of dead bodies. Ooh. So you around here somewhere? There's no way you... Stop. Stop showing me this man. Who's in here? There's a dead man in here. Never mind. I'll let you rest. You got some shut-eye.
Hey, sir.
Never mind. That was good. That was actually good. That was... It took me a second to realize what was happening. That was... You know what? That was good on a number of different levels. For, like, the other monsters... For most of their monsters, they have the ambiance, like the background ambiance on, and they have where, and to be fair, they did this with the suitor as well to a lesser extent, but, oh my god, it's getting rid of the music when you have it, like that departure it like takes you a second to wake up and realize that there's something right in front of you. That was great. I love that. But back to what I was saying. I tried doing the generate optimized media in DaVinci Resolve, mostly because I was an idiot and thought that video was playing back slowly because I didn't have the specs for it. I actually just forgot to set the timeline frame rate to 60 FPS. I've like maxed out my SSD. I like created like 200 gigabytes of optimized video. And it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go without it then.
The way is shut, but there must be some way I could reach the other side.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Even if I'm gonna be cutting out quite a bit of this, it's probably still gonna, like, even the cut down version's gonna be like, even the cut down version's probably gonna be like over half an hour. So I'm actually gonna cut this into like an extra third part. It'll come to you in like 5 to 6 years, with the rate I work. So yeah, have a nice day.